forget about Sevierville. Today's video will be a jam-packed, fuel-driven, fast trip around Sevierville and learn all the highlights about this often overlooked mountain city. Welcome to Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one bear fact at a time. Today, we will explore one of the more or less understood Smoky Mountain towns, Sevierville. I'll be honest and say that until I started going more often to the Smokies, I really didn't understand the difference between Pigeon Forge and Sevierville. Heck, I didn't even know how to say their name half the time. I mean, it looks a little like Sevierville, right? No? Okay, so if you don't want to sound like a hick like me, remember to say Sevierville. But contrary to that very common misunderstanding, like how you say their name, Sevierville and Pigeon Forge aren't the same place. They might share a county and roads, but they're not the same at all. Sevierville is a town all their own with major attractions, shopping, entertainment, and food. So let's learn more about this amazing city and what it has to offer visitors. Sorry, Oliver, you can go back where you were. We're not going to be talking about food for a little while, but you can come back later. I promise we'll cover that. I'm going to start with a statement. Sevierville, Tennessee is a true gateway to the Smoky Mountains, which many people do not understand, as the mountains are miles from Sevierville and are distant blue specks when you look at them when you're in Sevierville. But they play a vital role to the Smokies. Let's learn more. First, let's point out that it's one of the largest cities in Sevier County, with a population of around 18,000. Yeah, those of you from big cities are like, ugh, my borough is bigger than your whole city. But we're in rural America, and that's a respectable population for a tourist town. Heck, Gatlinburg has only about 4,000 residents. So that should tell you something. The border of Sevierville is kind of wonky looking when you look at it on a map. It looks like a snake that ate a bear or two. And in some places, it looks like the bears escaped and are living happily in the city, but aren't residents anymore. It just looks weird. The city appears to start at US 40 and stretches long and skinny, following Route 66 and Route 441 until it meets up at Pigeon Forge. And it's because of its location to US 40 that it's such a major access point for the Smokies. If you want to get to the Smoky Mountains, you are actually pretty limited on choices. Either you travel through Sevierville, or you take your life in your hands and try one of the other back roads. Oh, there are other ways to get to the Smokies, but they involve Tennessee-style highways with scary sharp turns, cliffs, questionable speed limits, and even scarier local drivers who are tired of tourists and just want to get home. Hence the reason I call Sevierville the true gateway to the Smoky Mountains. Sevierville is primarily composed of three main roads which interconnect Sevierville with Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. US Route 441 is one of the primary arteries through the city, often referred to as the Parkway. US 441 connects Sevierville to the neighboring tourist hubs of Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, making it a crucial thoroughfare for both locals and tourists. Other key roads include the Veterans Boulevard, or in other words, Hollywood Parkway, and Winfrey Dunn Parkway, which leads directly to Interstate 40. Sevierville was founded in 1795 and named after John Sevier, the first governor of Tennessee and a Revolutionary War hero. Its roots lie deep in the region's early settlement history, with settlers drawn by the fertile lands and proximity to the French Broad River, which might explain that strange shape to the city. But Seviervillians are proud of their home. The city shows its pride in maintaining the roads, beautiful landscaping, and a variety of businesses that offer wide arrangements of services for locals and tourists alike. And don't forget that this is a town people live in and not just visit. One important local structure that proves that point is the Sevier County's courthouse. Built in 1895, it stands tall and proud as a historic landmark. The Victorian-style architecture building houses one of the oldest clocks still functioning in the state. When the town began their revitalization of the downtown area in 2018, the clock was also repaired and given new life, bringing it back from the brink of collapse. And the downtown area has also seen a lot of improvements and revitalization. New businesses and old are coexisting in buildings that have a history they chose to preserve by giving them a new life instead of tearing them down and replacing them with a strip mall. Sevierville actually has a lot of great attractions, dining, and lodging options. They might be further away from the Smoky Mountain National Park, but because they are further from the main hub, you will find more room to breathe and take in the sights. And traffic isn't quite as bad in Sevierville. Most businesses have plenty of free, available parking, and hotels offer better rates. You might even find a cabin rental that's better here than in Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, since you won't have to risk your life to drive to the top of a mountain to get there. And contrary to popular belief, Sevierville has some really amazing views of the Smoky Mountains. One of the best views was from the now closed down Adventure Action Park. This attraction can be seen for miles as the bridge still sits on top of sheep butts and the French River. So sad they closed. But Skyland Ranch will also give you really good views as well. We'll talk about them later. So let's learn about the most popular attractions that Sevierville has to offer and give you a taste of this amazing city. Because next time you visit Pigeon Forge, you might just want to stop in Sevierville and look around. Let's start our adventure right off of US 40 with two really popular places, Buc-ee's and Bass Pro. Though technically outside of Sevierville, these two iconic stops are sitting right on the border of the neighboring city of Kodak and Sevierville. If you didn't look at their physical address on Google Maps, you might be mistaken in believing that they are both in Sevierville. I mean, the Sevierville sign is literally in front of Buc-ee's. But remember how I mentioned the border of the town, it was kind of funky? Well, this just proves my point. Most people are very familiar with Bass Pro. This is a massive outdoor retailer offering gear, clothing, and a unique indoor aquarium with freshwater fish found locally. Many avid hunters, outdoor fanatics, and fishing nuts love stopping at this popular chain of outdoor stuff. We have made many trips here since they provide reasonably priced gear and have many friendly, knowledgeable staff to help. But the real draw for millions of people to Kodak is Buc-ee's, the Texas-sized convenience store. This mega gas station is one of a kind, offering a warehouse-sized store of everything from cheap ice to bathing suits. This location recently opened to rave reviews for its oversized gas station, famous barbecue, and endless snack options, drawing travelers from far and wide. But don't miss out on stopping in their bathrooms. Yeah, you heard me right. Because outside of their cheap ice, reasonably priced gas, and Buc-ee nuggets, their bathrooms are praised as being the largest and biggest in the country, and cleanest. And I have to admit, there is something to the hype. The Winfield Dunn Parkway has a lot to offer visitors in the area as well. One of those places is just past Buc-ee's, Knife Works. Dubbed the world's largest knife store, the Smoky Mountain Knife Works is a treasure trove for outdoor enthusiasts. With over 100,000 square feet of knives, tools, and outdoor gear, it's a haven for collectors and adventurers alike. But it's also known for the Relic Room, one of the largest selections of unique minerals, rocks, crystals, and fossils you can find for sale in the country. Knife Works is also an in-store museum, which displays historical knives and artifacts from around the world. It's a unique place to visit and worth a stop as you travel through the area. I've done a video on this place, which I will leave a link in the description for you. Smoky Mountain Water Park is also on the Winfrey Dunn Parkway past Knifeworks. This 50-acre water park is a summer hotspot with thrilling slides, wave pools, and lazy rivers. From adrenaline-pumping rides like the Avalanche to the relaxing Black Bear Rapids, Smoky Mountain caters to all ages. And though the outdoor park is only open in the summer, they have an indoor water park attached to their lodge, which many people love to visit year-round. But not all of the best attractions are on the Winfrey Dunn Parkway. One of the newest attractions to the area is on 441 Parkway. Skyland Ranch is a chairlift ride attraction that takes visitors to the top of their 100-acre hilltop attraction. When you reach the top, you'll get a breathtaking view of the Smoky Mountains and Pigeon Forge from their viewing bridge and walkway. There's also many other things for families and visitors to do once they're at the top. They have a petting farm, playground, and different dining options. And since this is a newer attraction, they're still growing. There are plans for a future tree bridge and other expansions to come. Another newer attraction to Sevierville is on the Veterans Boulevard. The Diggin' Zone theme park will give you the unique experience of riding and operating all different kinds of construction equipment. The little ones can have a diggin' derby on the tractor or ride their own buggies. For those with the need for a thrill, you can also be swung around on the decimator. And for those who just want to crush things, there are the pavement rollers that guests can crush their own little cars with. But keep in mind, this place is expensive. Prices start at $80 a person. Of course, you can find more unique attractions for those who like a little thrill with their vacations. You can actually book a helicopter tour in Sevierville, and there are a few businesses that have zip lines. And some people might not consider horseback riding a thrilling adventure, but for those who do want to risk their necks on the back of a massive horse, Sevierville has horseback riding as well. Not all the attractions in the Smoky Mountains are loud, expensive, and over the top. Some of the best attractions are not only the smallest, but cheapest. 3 places that offer a break from the crowds, prices, and other tourists are the Muscle Car Museum, Aviation Museum, and Rainforest Adventures Discovery Zoo. The Car Muscle Museum is on the Winfrey Dunn Parkway. This is for car enthusiasts who will love this collection of rare and classic muscle cars. Each vehicle is restored to pristine condition, making it must-see for automobile lovers. The Aviation Museum is a tribute to aviation history, featuring vintage aircraft and memorabilia. It's an educational stop that appeals to history buffs and aspiring pilots. The Rainforest Adventure Discover Zoo is an indoor zoo that showcases over 600 animals from around the world, including exotic reptiles, birds, and mammals. It's a fun and educational experience for families. There are many popular dining locations in Sevierville as well. Many people really like the Diner, a classic all-American 1950s style chrome diner. Here you can get either a hot breakfast or a cheeseburger with a milkshake. The downtown area of Sevierville has also many amazing dining choices. One such place is Gray's Burger, stationed inside a refurbished mailroom. This bar and restaurant focuses on farm-to-table practices. Further down the road, you will find bigger places that are also locally owned, such as Junction 35 and the Tangiers Outlet Mall, and the ever-so-popular Five Oaks Farm Kitchen next to Skyland Ranch. But if you only have time for a quick dessert, make sure you stop at Cruz Farm Ice Cream Parlor. Though all the staff are all dressed for the farm, they only serve up the best of the best in this locally owned and farmed milk ice cream shop. Their specialty is the vanilla soft serve ice cream, but you can also get Dole Whip as well, and definitely worth the stop if you're in the neighborhood. Though be aware, they get busy in the summer. Real busy. Sevierville also offers people those comfort restaurants, such as the Cracker Barrel, Olive Garden, and Red Lobster. They're one of the few mountain towns that have a Chinese buffet. I know, who wants to go there when on vacation, right? Well, my parents are just 2 of those people, so this is for them. There's also other family-friendly buffet places that offer a more budget-friendly option. The Golden Corral and Cece's Pizza are just two. Now, you might recall that I pointed out that Sevierville is a city that people actually work and live in. Because of this, there is a lot of big box stores, groceries, and other shopping centers in Sevierville. While it might seem ordinary, Sevierville has one of the only Walmarts for quite a distance, and it's one of the busiest in the nation. Its convenient location and vast selection make it a popular stop for tourists and travelers who are either forgot something or are stocking up for their camping trip. Just be aware that Walmart can get busy, like crazy busy. If you just want ice or something simple, I would highly suggest going to Food City, Publix, or Kroger. There is one of each in Sevierville, and you will not be fighting the crowds or traffic. Also, a quick side note, there aren't any Best Buys or other big box electronic stores close by. Walmart will fit those basic needs, but good luck replacing a charging cord for a Mac computer. Speaking of bargains, you can also find a few of them at the Great Smokies Flea Market. This is a pretty decent sized flea market you can get to right off of US 40. Though they are technically in Kodak, you'll actually find the Sevierville sign sitting at the corner of the road leading to the flea market. And though hours are more limited in the winter, this flea market has indoor booths open most of the year, making bargain hunting a year-long sport. Of course, most people are most interested in tangers when it comes to shopping. This is a shopper's paradise featuring over 100 brand name stores offering significant discounts on everything from fashion to home goods. The outdoor mall is beautifully designed, and though parking is free, it can be a nightmare. The design of the lot wasn't built to handle the high volume of tourists, especially during the Christmas season. But we have found a lot of good deals here and try to make it a point to stop in when we're in Sevierville. So, now that your head is spinning with everything I've just told you about Sevierville, I hope the next time you head on down to the Smoky Mountains, you take a minute and stop and appreciate some of the things this amazing little city has to offer. I know that I was shocked at how many things are in this town and can't wait to see what the future may bring and continue to learn more about them as we explore. I hope this video helps you learn more about the Smoky Mountains or helps you plan your next trip. You're getting an honest review from our personal experiences, but facts and things change, so please keep us in the loop if you learn anything new and want to share your experiences in the comments. Thanks again for visiting us at Bare Facts of the Smoky Mountains. Please click that like button and subscribe to our channel.